What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So one thing I have decided to do for the DBZ collection for my Saiyan Saga, as you know, I got rid of all my Tsume. I know you still see Krillin here, but he's on payment plan. He's sold. As much as I love this, and I do think it is the best 1/6 DBZ, I'm getting out of the the licensed 1/6. I'm only keeping licensed 1/4. So Tsume Vegeta, Broly, and then I'll be getting Prime 1 Goku, Prime 1 Vegeta, likely Prime 1 Frieza. And for DBZ 1/6, as you can see, everything is unlicensed. None of these are licensed. All my license was the Tsume, and granted they are the best. I got out of that line in essence, and I'm sticking to 1/6 Saiyan Saga unlicensed. And this is what I've come up with. So I originally had a buyer for my MRC Goku versus Vegeta, the one on the left here, the Gun Kamehameha. I was selling that because I was going to originally buy Tsume Goku versus Vegeta, which I still think is amazing. It's not perfect. It's extremely overpriced. And Goku has a nasty seam line, which I hate. It's also a huge space hog. It'd literally take up this entire space. And I was going to get that when I was planning to go all in to Tsume 1/6 and Saiyan Saga. It's going to be this whole wall with Saiyan Saga. But, I moved the bust over here, and I decided not to do DBZ over here, but instead save it for video game statues. I'll likely move back G.I. Joe over here. And then do Bruce Lee down low and have it as my ninjas display. I still need to remove those legs as well. I feel like it's too tall. I'd rather have it same height shelf as Vegeta. I've just been lazy. And then, but yeah, this is basically what I'm going to do. So my buyer backed out on that. They sent me a deposit, which I always say is non-refundable if you cancel on a payment plan. And so they sent me a deposit. They said they'd send payment mid-May. And I contact them, and then days later, they just delete their Instagram, because that's how I was messaging them. And then I emailed them, because I had their email from PayPal, and it's been 3 weeks, no response. So they're MIA. So because of that, I went ahead, I already had that boxed up, ready to go. I went ahead and unboxed it today, and I really wanted to fit it in this display, and I was like, how can I do this? And this is what I've come up with. So basically I have to hang that off like that. Not a huge deal, obviously, 'cause, there's a shelf right there and it's not gonna fall over or anything. And I can still see it perfectly fine. And then this bad boy is on a display riser right there. So otherwise it would hit the bases down below. At least I think it would. Maybe I should remove it and try it. But I like it on a riser as well, give it a little height. And then we did this one like this, and I actually ended up extending it onto the bookshelf, which is slightly taller, and put a DVD underneath to level it, to give it extra space. And by doing so, I actually was able to take a little bit extra room in the depth so it doesn't hang off as much, because before it was hanging off, about a good ½ inch more. So I think this works good. I can see each piece individually perfect. So nothing's being blocked per se. And, I can see everything in the good angles. And, for me, Saiyan Saga, now it's a great saga, no doubt, but Frieza, Cell, and Buu is way better in my opinion. So I'm fine keeping it simple. But there's really two memorable moments in Saiyan Saga. The very beginning when Raditz fought Goku, Special Beam Cannon, huge moment. And then the Goku versus Vegeta fight, all the other Z Warriors getting whooped by Nappa. And I mean, it's great and all, but Vegeta versus Goku was what it was all about. The original fight. So that is my focus. So yeah, I wanted to show this to you guys. I was thinking of just reselling Goku versus Vegeta. I wasn't finding a buyer, and I was like, you know what? I love that statue. It's one of my favorites in the 1/6 frame, so I figured let's just freaking find a way to display it. Now, I don't know what the future beholds. Who knows if next year, I'm able to move out of this house into a bigger house and have more space, or if I'm super wealthy, or if I'm just here. I mean, I always like to plan and expect the worst. So I expect to be in this home forever and hope for the best. But I figure I'll probably still be here a year from now and be in the same money situation and space situation. So I need to make do with what I got. If things change and in the future somehow I'm wealthy and I'm able to move into a bigger home, have more space, dedicate like an entire room to Dragon Ball Z, for example, then yes, I will absolutely rebuy all the Tsume. I'd get them all. But my current situation, this is what I'm going to be doing, sticking to unlicensed for all 1/6. I feel like it just flows and looks better. Tsume, I mean, they do mix good, but I feel like unlicensed and versus unlicensed just mixes better. 1/4 is a little bit different. But yeah, I did want to show this to you guys. The only other thing I wanted to show you, but I'm actually going to be returning it. I don't like the color, so I'm returning it. The Loki cape. I added a cape to it, but I don't like the color of it. It's a little too vibrant. Looking at the movie, he had a darker cape. But he did have a cape in this costume, both in Infinity War and Ragnarok. It's the same costume. He does have a cape, but it is a darker cape. Now, in the pictures, this was darker, so what they shipped me was different. So I'm going to return this and get I'm actually just going to get a more expensive cosplay Loki Ragnarok cape. It'll be more accurate and it will definitely be the right color. Plus, it'll be a better material. But yeah, I went ahead and added this, but like I said, I'm returning it. So I'll get the different cape. I just have to order it from China and it's 4 times more expensive. So my seller is going to be shipping me the Loki helmet for the bust to resolve those issues. So once I get the Loki helmet, I will permanently display it forever. I will put it on so it perfectly aligns with the helmet marks currently, so it doesn't add different helmet marks, and just keep it on there forever. Now, I did put a deposit down for King Art's Loki helmet as well. So I don't know if I want to have 2 helmets. It might be a little redundant. I do love the King Art's helmet. Plus, it's a different version of the helmet. So I'm kind of debating if I should keep that. I could even throw it in a wall mountable shelf over there. I just don't know if I need 2 helmets, though. It's a little redundant, especially considering the helmets have quite a big presence. But at least I'm getting the Loki helmet to solve this issue. And the base issues are not as big, but at least I'll get the helmet. And then when I look at this bus, I'll be able to truly enjoy it. I'm still planning to get the haircut because I do feel it's way too long. Although the wife tells me not to. She likes it long. Wolverine is still TBD. I'm trying to see if I could just pay to return it back to China. But the seller hasn't confirmed if he would agree to that or not, which I don't know why he wouldn't. But I've said I will pay the $600 to return it, just refund my money. And so we'll see. I definitely don't want to keep it in its current situation. I'd personally rather just get all my money back. If I have to lose the shipping cost, I absolutely will. So we will see what happens with Wolverine. I want to utilize that space for Lord of the Rings, not Marvel. I think I might keep this down here. I think space-wise, I might be able to make this work. I have a plan. So I can keep this here. Just keep Venom and Deadpool, move Wolverine out. But I want to be able to do all Lord of the Rings up top and keep that there. And, this will obviously be the Godzilla display. So Lord of the Rings will be condemned to the monsters down there, and then all the humans in 1/4 up top, with Sauron and those 2, and then Berserker Prime 1, Lurtz Prime 1, Legolas, Aragorn, and Frodo. And then I was going to get 2 of those small white shelves you saw in my DBZ room that fit in the window wall perfectly. And in the back, like above these statues, a little bit higher up, is where I'd put Saruman, Gandalf, and the 2 orcs. And then up top where you see Galadriel is where I'll probably do the 1/10 scale cave troll from Iron Studios. I feel like it'd be better up there next to those 3 busts because those are more like a 1/10-ish. So I feel like it would actually look really good having those 3 wall mounted. Move that sword actually over there and do the 3 busts right there. I want to put that sword more towards Frodo, and Frodo will be over here. So I'll probably wall mount the sword there and move that poster actually over here. I don't want a poster in front of the window well. It'll look really good, and I'll figure it out. I also want to get the, most likely, if I can fit it, and when I get the Prime One, Dark Riders of Mordor, them. I have these two, which are freaking amazing, but Prime Ones is also really good. I don't know how good it would mix with these two, considering these are mixed media, that one's sculpted. So I may pass and just keep these two with Sauron. We'll figure it out for sure, but I am excited to expand and upgrade my Lord of the Rings. I think the Sauron is just going to be so amazing, having such a presence at 43 inches tall. Now, once I get notification that that is going to be shipping, I will post my Sauron up for sale. So mine's a custom repaint version, so it's superior than the Sideshow original one, which I've seen in person, and the paint job definitely did lack, so I can understand why this was repainted and, really nice weathering. It definitely is amazing detail-wise. There's only one major issue, is the leg broke. And so I got it with a broken leg, and for the most part, it's not a huge deal. Like, you don't see it too much, especially if it's displayed up high, but it is broke. So, I'm not going to sell this for the going eBay prices of $1,500 plus shipping. It'll be cheaper than that. Anyways, folks, I have been watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. A buddy of mine told me to watch that. So, yeah, it's a fantastic show. I'm definitely really enjoying it. I'm already on season 3. So, I know Prime One recently showed off theirs, Full Metal Alchemist. And it's $1,200, and it's a 1/6 scale. That's super pricey. Looks really good, but I feel like you're paying aftermarket prices for a pre-order. There's Ray doing his little downward dog. Anyways, folks, that is it. Hope you all had a great weekend. We should be getting Queen Joker and hopefully Queen Iron Man bust in this week, and maybe potentially Reborn Studios Frieza. We will see. I'm really hoping, not financial advice or anything, but AMC is supposed to explode this week. I'm already up 300%, but I'm hoping that can pay for the entire Prime One Lord of the Rings line, because I use my own personal statue money to invest this, and I'm hoping it can pay for the entire line off a 2-week investment. So fingers crossed, folks, that it'll just pay for the entire line, and then when I sell my other Lord of the Rings, I have extra cash to pay for other things. Anyways, that is it. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.